Father, we thank you for the night, for the present morning light, for rest and food and loving care, and all that makes the world so fair. Help us to do the things we should, to be to others kind and good, in all we do, at work or play, to grow more loving every day. So you can have a seat. They play when they're as a group. As well, music helps with patterns and rhythms. And these patterns and rhythms, they help to develop the mind cognitive skills. They are also able to develop the fine motor skills, which are on the hands, fingers, which is why we introduce them with these child-friendly percussion instruments. We have a variety. We have the drums, we have the cymbals over here, we have the triangles, we have the clave, the two pairs over there. We have tambourines on here, maracas, which are played as a pair, and we have egg shakers, which are blue in color, and then we have the jingles towards the other end.
The whole year has to be so much energetic, I'm telling you. This parenting is going to be... Right, I can already feel the similarity of opinions. So, good morning and welcome once again. As much as they are fitting in there, I have a quick... oh my goodness, through their eyes, through their hearts, through their souls, I need you. My team needs you. So thank you so much for bringing wonderful children to our school. Thank you for choosing us. We are blessed, we are happy, and we are enthusiastic to have this journey with you. So, in this big team, welcome you all. And we are very, very happy to become a big, fat family. Thank you so much once again. So when I talk about me meeting you, you coming to school for the first time, or through references, or probably you already have one child with us, and now this one is your second one. It shows great trust that you have in us, and we do not take it for granted. Secondly, when I meet you in the parents' meeting, we describe several questions to describe your child, and we look forward to hear you all. And we also hear your expectations, which are very big. And some of us cannot even put it in the paper. That's a very little space, right? But I know this expectation of yours is extremely big, and I do agree with it because I'm also a parent of the day. And we are going to bring our expectations to success together by efficiently collaborating. So are you ready? Yes. Hey, this team was not good. Or some of you did not really have that. Okay, let's see. Do you I told you that we are here in existence more than 65 years. And many more to go. Introduction quickly to the school team. My name is Ruba Mali, once again, the head of the school. I have lovely deputy head, one of my great colleagues. Please stand and say hello. Miss Chapriti Koech, our coordinators. Miss Girija Ramkumar, say hi. Miss Mercy Jamoza, Miss Sandra Joki, Miss Beatrice Maunda, Miss Betty. These are lovely people who are into academics, design, planners, worksheets, games, activities, events for your children with us. Thank you so much. Then comes the lovely teachers. Oh my goodness. The people who never get tired. Am I right? Yes. Alright, my dear teachers, please stand up and say hi to us. Dear teachers, the class teachers and the co-teachers, you may raise up and say hello to us. Yes. So Oshwal Nursery has a great number of staff. The student ratio, it comes, if you see as a whole, is 1.6. So one teacher is to 6. That's how it works as a total. So I have 73 people working in this team. Then comes our co-curricular teachers. Have you stood up there and said hello to us? Alright, yes. And that's a lovely nurse there sitting amongst. So teacher, Miss Wayne, please stand up and say hi. A full-time nurse with us. And there's occupational therapist also. Please say hello, Miss Jennifer. Hi. So if we have any sensory and stimulation challenges, we just go and see her. So sometimes when I get tired and I'm yawning, I'm like, oh, get me some stimulation. So she's there. Okay. So you all are added in our mailing list. So are you getting the emails? Oh my goodness. Oh, if you're not, let's see this for there. So we'll add you. But if anyone is left behind, we go and add ourselves so that we can send you all the emails. But if you all are getting one, then I'm so happy. Thank you. Then from this week, we'll start giving you the reviews. So reviews are what your child learns in that particular week. And you can get some random pictures which actually showcase the activities learned in the school. It also talks about the number of activities that would come next week, the academic flow, English, math, sciences, what they are going to do. So it will be giving you a little bit of gist. The school indemnity forms are very, very important. The recent indemnity is one of our educational trip, which I told you that every term we'll be taking our children out in our school vehicles, which is very important. And we'll be with them in good numbers so that your children are taken care of. But it is very important to fill these indemnities which give us the permission to let your child be taken out. We also have MS Teams portal, which is very important. This is a very safe and private connection that is built between us, where we can have a video chat, make calls. If you can't come physically for the meetings, the teachers can also have meetings with you. Then pupil pass for children who are not citizens, parents who are on work permit and have dependents, they are supposed to be doing the pupil pass. Any transport requirement, if you have, you can contact Ms. Mori. If your child is on transport and if there's any change in pick and drop or the nanny or the driver, please inform on these emails, which is also sent to you on the email, right? Again, we request parents, I know this is nursery, but we like to adhere to rules and regulations, because when we give that culture to our children, they are brought up to be much disciplined. So we want you to plan your holidays well. So when the term is on, the school is in action, please do not stay away from us. We would love your children to learn every single day, because there is an improvement, there is a learning happening. So that is what we would like to request. So if there's any absence that we planned, it's during the holiday. And if an emergency occurs, please do write to us and inform us about the absence. This website. It's beautifully designed by our ICT marketing team. However, if you have any suggestions, please do give us. We can make it better. What we have for you is very interesting. We have lovely worksheets. We have blogs for you where you can learn, explore about parenting. And these worksheets are from all the sections of nursery. So if you want to download them, and if you have, say, other children or cousins coming over, you can also give them as a part of, games. So everything is ready there. So you can take for some good learning. Talking about policies. Policies are so important. And we have great policies for our staff, for our children in terms of protecting them. As I said, we have data protection and child protection policies in a great place. We have refresher training programs for our teachers regularly so that they are aware and they are reminded and they take good care of our children, which I know they are very committed, but it's good. It's a part of the organization's job role. Yes. And some policies are also designed for you which are very important. It gives a great structure, prepares us for emergencies, plan, well. So if you could go to our website, and I would not say if, please visit our website. And please read these policies which are very important. It talks about the attendance, it talks about the code of conduct, it talks about the withdrawal policies, fees policies and all that, which is very important. There's also transition. When our children become 5.5, they're ready to go to primary. So we start giving you an idea about how it works on transition from nursery to primary.
Over mine is a theory. You will get to experience some practical aspects of our curriculum. But before that, we need to understand that we are a British national curriculum school. So if a friend or a cousin asks you, what curriculum do they use there? You can tell them, we do B&C. And in B&C, they have certain goals, expectations. So when your child is 6 and a half, 5 and a half, when they're leaving us for year 1, there are some expectations that they have given us. We make sure that your child has reached these goals. And we do this through learning areas. Our days we used to call it subjects. They call them learning areas, and there are 7 of them. Out of those 7, there are those that they consider very core, which is communication and language, physical development, and your child's emotional well-being. So for example, it's the first day, baby is very anxious, crying, does not know where they are, all these people are strangers, this is a strange place. We obviously cannot begin to teach them number 1, isn't it? We have to settle them down. They have to love the environment. They have to love their teachers. They have to understand that their teachers love them. We cater for their emotional well-being. What language does your child speak? Do we speak the same language? Are they speaking Kiswahili? Are they speaking Gujarati? How are they communicating? Is it through signs? Has their speech developed yet? So those are the things as teachers we establish and develop. Their physical well-being. How is their motor skills? Are they walking? Can they hold something? Are they independent? Can they go down the stairs by themselves? Can they go up the stairs by themselves? These are the core things that we look at and teach. So it's a whole gradual process. Once that is done, then we are free to go to the specific areas. So now we get into the literacy, the mathematics, the understanding of the world, what's up with our world, what's going on, and of course they're expressive, their arts, and how do they express themselves. So all this is done throughout the day, throughout the week, to be able to ensure that this curriculum is running well. The school management has given us some complementary programs. So first and foremost, for our literacy, we use the Jolly Phonics program. You can actually download this on your app. So everybody gets to do Jolly Phonics, whether they're in playgroup or they're in reception. We all explore our literacy and reading through Jolly Phonics. So there are 5 areas that it mainly looks at. They're looking at sounds. They look at learning how to write the sound because there is a specific way. Through research, it's easy for the brain, so the teachers are going to tell you about it. So there's a specific way to write the sounds. There is a way to teach them how to read. It's a skill. That means we are not born knowing, isn't it? So there's a way we teach them how to read. There is a way that they can do their spelling. So there's the normal spelling for phonics, and there's something else called tricky word spellings. So all these are skills that they require. Once they have mastered this by the time they're in reception, when they're going to year 1, and it's exam time, and they're given an exam paper. Guess what? Your child is able to read the question, comprehend what it's saying, and answer the question. But before they get to that point, there's a whole process that happens to the Jolly Phonics program. So that's an idea of what happens. They learn that there's a sound, it's all kinesthetic, they're singing, they're moving their hands so that they can remember the sound. There's lots of movement that they are doing. So at the end of the day, if your child is a visual learner, then there's books, there's pictures for them. If your child is an audio learner, they're listening and they're singing. And if your child is a kinesthetic, they've got lots of energy. There's some kids, they can't sit. When you're teaching, they're just all over. So with those ones, we have the dances and we have the motions of different sounds. End of the day, they all learn their sounds. They all learn how to read. So the questions, it's got read for me, it's got games on it. So it's a very fun program. But the point is, how are we encouraging our children to be readers and to love reading? How are we building their culture of reading? So we have library, you will be visiting the library where we have physical books, but we also have this portal for online to cater for the ones who are more ICT oriented. The other program we have is Education City. Now, Pearson is all about reading. Education City has math, English, and science. So in Education City, your child will get a portal, they will get credentials, so we will allocate work, they will do their homework in Education City. Wonderful thing about Education City, it's got tutorials. So for example, we are learning how to do blending in school, or we are learning about punctuation in class. We allocate work, but you as a parent, you can actually watch those tutorials. It's got cartoon things, teaching the child how to do stuff, how to do different topics. So as a parent, you can be able to log in, take your child ahead or repeat to do some revision stuff. But it's mainly to cater for mathematics, English, and science. Right, so those are the programs that we have. So let's talk about your child's day. For our playgroup preschool children, they have about 6-7 classes, lessons throughout the day. We have done them in such a way that they also get some recess time in between. So it's not just one whole session. They get time to rest a little. They're here on half day, which I know you already know. At about 9:45, they have their break, and then at 11:45, they have their fruit or vegetable. And I'm sure you have received the menu. For our reception, kindergarten and IED children, they're here what we call full day. So up to 2:45 or 3 p.m. They get about 8 lessons in the day. They also have time for recess, get time to do extracurricular activities. So that's how the day is. And you will be getting to meet the teachers later on, so you will get more nitty-gritty details on how their day is. All right, so how do we, as a school, communicate to you, the parent, on your child's progress? So first and foremost, a very special thing about Oshwal Academy Nairobi Nursery, every Tuesday afternoon is open for you as a parent to come in and talk to the teacher about your child's progress, whether emotional, academic. All you have to do is just write in the diary. Your teacher can come and see you this Tuesday. If she's available, she will book you in. Otherwise, every Tuesday afternoon is available for you as a parent to come in. Other ways that we keep in touch and we tell you about your child's well-being, now that we are in term 2, we have what we call keep in touch. So we are not all about academics. We also talk about your child's behavior. So there was one that was done last term. This term, there's one that is going to be done. And keep in touch is all about how is your child? Have they settled? Are they making friends? Are they still anxious? Are they eating right? Are they able to dress themselves? There is specific criteria for each year group that we look at, and the teacher gives you a report. So we're going to be inviting you for Keep in Touch session, which is sometime during half term, and then at the end of the term, we have the end of term progress report, where you're going to come in, we have a report card, it's been a whole term, how has your child done in all other learning areas, including their behavior and emotional well-being. Then in third term, we have only one meeting, Tuesdays of course, but we also have the end of term progress report, where you come in, it's end of term, it's end of year, how have they done throughout the year, what are the targets for the next year. You will also be getting to know who are their new teachers for the following year, and also developmental milestones that they have achieved. Special thing about the end of term progress report for this term too specifically, there's something that we have called the journals. So we're going to have something called a three-way conference. So you're going to come with your child. There is a book where we put a set of evidences, pictorial evidences of what your child has been doing besides their end of term report. So your child is going to talk about their progress. This is me doing this is me, I like this, and they are very involved in filling up their journal. And you know, journaling is a very important skill in these days, right? So they're going to come at the end of the term, you're going to come with your child, you'll have a 15-minute, 20-minute session with the teacher. Your child is going to explain what they have done, what they like, and the teacher is also going to give you feedback, so that your child is also involved and they understand, okay, I have some accountability with my parents also. So that is how we communicate about your child's progress. End of the day, what is our aim? What is our objective in terms of your child's academics? So one thing is that we are aiming to have your child be a master in subject knowledge, that they should gain some skills, and that they should have understanding in the various things. So whatever topics, whichever level they are, this is one of our aims. Another thing is that they should have personal skills. Personal skills involves things like responsibility, resourcefulness, kindness, things to do with our core values. This is integrated in the curriculum that we are doing, and of course they should have an international mindset. Yeah, we are a global village, so it's not all about the host country, Kenya. If, for example, you move to another country, wherever in the world, can your child adapt? Can your child be okay? Can they be kind to their new friends? Are they confident to make friends and socialize? So that's another thing that we look at, and of course, the bottom line is that they should be lifelong learners. We want your child, at the end of the day, to drive their own learning. It's so easy to teach a child who loves learning. But loving learning is a skill that they get from this kind of an environment where teacher is very kind, school is fun, lots of activities in school, lots of options to explore. Then that way, they are able to become lifelong learners. All right, so that is it from my end. Mrs. Ruma is going to come and tell you what the next session is. Thank you for listening, and happy learning and all the success to you and your children.
Thank you so much, Ms. Rhoda. Yeah, with love we call her Rhoda, but she's Ms. Championage. Alright, thank you so much, dear parents, for a patient hearing. I know you have taken out your time and you're listening to us, getting know-how of the school. Very, very important. Now we move to the next segment. Before we do that, anybody who's left to have the tea and snack can have it. Very important is the class essential. You're going to meet your class teacher in the classes. Playgroups will be a merged class where we'll have everybody together. Then preschool, KG and reception parents can go to the individual class teachers. However, the class teachers, you know them, you know the classes. Before that, we are going to see some co-curricular activity stations. And may I now request Sandra Joki to come in front. Miss Mercy Jamoza, Miss Beatrice to come this side, Miss Betty Makua, So what we are going to do is all the playgroup parents will team together and go with teacher Sandra and me and maybe my deputy. Then the preschool parents will follow Miss Mercy. And there are few here for KG and reception. We'll join them together so that you have an idea of what happens in KG and reception together.